Why I am fine is killing your relationship. So, welcome to the podcast. Let's dive into this. I am fine, whether we're thinking or believing it, saying it out loud. This navigating through your relationship by thinking and believing that you're just fine. What is the emotional cost of pretending that everything is okay? What is the emotional expense by saying I am fine on repeat, right? Because if you're thinking I am fine and you're believing I'm fine, maybe even saying I'm fine, it's like a hypnotic repetition in your conscious and non-conscious mind. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. So how is that affecting your daily energy? By saying you're fine when you know you're not. When you feel low, when you feel alone, even though you're not alone, right? Your kids, your husband, your wife, whatever, all the people around you are there, buzzing around, dealing with life, going about their days and weeks and months. What is your energy? How do you feel? Do you feel alone? Do you feel isolated? Do you feel, what is your energy? What does your come from? How would you describe how you feel? What is your mood? At the end of the day, are you grateful and appreciative of this life? Do you wake up out of bed excited to face your day? Do you wake up without an alarm? Or do you wake up with dread? Do you drag yourself out of bed? Do you hit the snooze over and over and over and over again? Do you dream of what it would be like if your life was different? So are you pretending at a cost? Are you pretending that you are fine? Are you wearing a mask? Is everyone just going about things in life and not asking you, hey, mom, are you okay? Hey, dad, are you okay? So what is the cost? What are you losing as a result of telling everyone you're fine and doing nothing about it? What would occur if you didn't pretend? How would your life be different? And is it true that you're pretending? Maybe that's not even true. So what is your experience? And if you are faking it, what is the cost to your connections? All of them, all of your relationships. When you're faking it, when you're a chameleon, when you're going with the flow and not rocking the boat, what is the cost to your connections? How is it that pretending that you're okay is relatable to other people? Right? Because we're all messy human beings. We're all in a 30, 40, 50 different problems that we're trying to solve. Right? That's how the brain is wired. It's constantly looking for puzzles and problems to solve. So, what is the cost? Does that make you relatable? Does that make you human? Are you pretending so much that you're this superhuman? Does that connect? Does that create a connection? Perhaps it does in your situation. I don't know. What I do know is deeper, more intimate friendships, connections, all of the above happen when we are imperfect. So, how does emotional shutdown erode away your intimacy, and how does it build resentment? Or if it does, because again, we do not connect to others that are fake, that are wearing a mask, that are pretending, that are really hiding. We don't connect with people that are doing these things. We don't connect. They're not relatable. We can't have a conversation. We can't laugh. We can't process any kind of challenges with someone that we believe doesn't have challenges of their own and are navigating them in a way that might be even messy, and that's okay. We connect with others that embrace life and jump on that roller coaster and just have a blast, right? Are they screaming out of excitement? Are they screaming out of joy? Are they screaming because they're afraid? Probably all of the above. And they're having a great time. But when you're being fake and wearing a mask and pretending that everything is okay, oftentimes people, again, won't connect with you. They won't share with you what's going on in their life, because you're the perfect human being that won't relate to their struggles. People that are struggling and dealing with things and navigating through things in the thick of it, in the messiness, and not doing it perfectly are very relatable. So are you so strong? Are you maybe the strong one in the household, or the dynamic but suffering inside? Are you really feeling different, feeling not good enough, which I think is the worst feeling on the planet? Are you feeling as though you have to pretend like you're strong? You're the glue, you have to hold it all together. Well, oftentimes this way of being creates resentment inside. Because when we're the strong one, we're the one that has to hold it all together, we're oftentimes pretending at such a degree that we lose ourselves. We forget who we are. We no longer know what our favorite flavor of ice cream is. We no longer know what genre of movies we like. We no longer have hobbies or interests. We no longer grow. We no longer evolve. We just stay in this space of being the glue. And what happens is, and I've worked with a lot of clients as of recording this, where they're in their 50s and 60s and they are bitter and resentful because they sacrificed 20, 30 years of being the glue, suffered, right? In that silence. It's almost like I picture duct tape on their mouth, right? Like, I can't say anything. I'm the strong one. I'm the glue. Because if I fall apart, then everybody else will fall apart. Actually, that's not true. We connect with vulnerability. We connect in the messiness. We connect with people and support people when we share experiences together. You see, when we're overperforming in a relationship, when we're the glue, when we're the fixer, when we're the mender, when we're the one that's keeping everything together and holding everything together, well, everybody automatically is going to underperform around you. So if you're in a time in your life where you're looking around and wondering why everyone uses you, why everyone has you doing everything, right? Creating the events and packing and cleaning and preparing and planning and all doing all the things, you're kind of wondering why no one else is picking up the slack. Well, it's because you're overperforming. You're perfect. You're the superhuman. So you're the strong one and suffering inside. Are you holding out hope that one day they will just get it? One day they will help. One day they will change. One day things will look different. No. Don't hold out hope, because it won't happen. When we overperform in a relationship, naturally others are going to underperform. There is a myth. The myth is, if I'm low maintenance, it will protect me. If I'm low maintenance, I will be okay. If I'm low maintenance, I will be safe. If I have no needs, if I'm not needy, if I'm not emotional, if I just stay the glue, if I stay the strong one, everything will be okay. But what cost, right? What is the cost to you and your experience, your mood, your energy? Are you really living a life that's fulfilling, meaningful, and purposeful? Are you, again, excited to face every day? Do you live a life that you don't need a vacation from? Do you live a life that you deeply love, but you're just freaking excited to get out of bed every day? Or do you fear being rejected? Do you fear being too much? Do you fear people looking at you differently? Do you fear no longer being the superhuman? Do you believe that if I'm easy, I'll be lovable? If you bury your needs and hide, do you believe that you're more lovable? Do you believe that by hiding and suppressing your needs and wants, that you are more lovable? Here's what happens is when we hide and we suppress our needs and wants and desires, what we like, what interests us, no one truly knows us. That glue, that superhuman is, again, not relatable. No one knows what you like. And people end up really depending on you more and more and more. And what ends up happening when people depend on you is you lose yourself. You lose yourself. You end up being a mystery to your partner, your husband, your wife, your kids, your friends. You're a mystery. No one really knows you. Like, truly ask them. If I was to pass away tomorrow, how would you remember me? What would you know about me as far as what I like, what I love to do? And be kind of curious about that. Are you such a mystery that no one understands you? They don't know what you like, what you enjoy, what you love to learn, what your hobbies are, and the past and the future, right? Are you just that person in the house that just, you're just there? You do the laundry, you do the dishes, you do the planning, you do the packing, you do the cleaning, you do the this. And maybe that's okay for you. But being the one that's easygoing is oftentimes in a fear of rocking the boat. It's often managing other people's feelings. But what that is self-abandonment. And over time, it really builds resentment. It really puts a wedge and a distance between everyone around you. So shifting from silence to being expressive, let's say. Now, this does not mean going from one extreme to the next. This doesn't mean being the silent one, the one that's superhuman and goes with the flow, to an extreme loudmouth, bossy pants. Right? It's about sharing what you like, sharing what you're grateful for, sharing what you're appreciative of. Actually adding in your 2 cents. These are some things that I'd like to do or experience this year or this month or next year or in the next 10 years or in my lifetime. It's sharing what are some things that you think of and you dream of. It's about sharing. It's about being a part of the collaboration. Things that empower you, things that light you up, things that maybe you've never tried before. Things that you can do near and far, solo and as a group. Sharing things that you really think would recharge you near and far. Sharing what is on your bucket list for this lifetime. It's speaking up to the things that you want to experience, things that you want to enjoy, things that will create memories, things that will enhance your life, things that you'll enjoy, things that you can learn and grow, and things that maybe you can just try once because it wasn't what you thought it was. And that's okay. It's speaking up and being a part of the dialogue, being a part of the narrative, sharing, sharing what things that you like, what you enjoy, and perhaps some things that you would really don't take much interest in. Being willing to rock the boat, being willing to be vocal, being willing to be heard. It's really about speaking up, saying your truth, and putting aside any worries or concerns about triggering anyone or having to defend yourself, because your opinion is yours. There's 8 billion opinions in this world. So how many ever people are in your household? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, I don't know, whatever. Everybody has their own opinions, their own interests, their own likes, their own thoughts. It's adding to the dialogue. It's being a part of it. It's really about who you are being, right? We're not human doings. We are human beings. So who are you? Are you open and willing to share that with the people that you love? Who are you? So if I was to ask you to give me 5 powerful positive words on who you want to be, who you want to be remembered by, what are those 5 words? And how do you want to feel moving forward in your life? What are 5 words, 5 powerful positive words that could encompass how you want to feel? Right? Being able to speak up and say what's on your mind. What's the energy you want to put out into your relationships? And is that within your control? Right? A lot of times I'll work with clients and they'll tell me, oh, I want to be respected. Well, is that in your control? Certainly, your behaviors and your actions are certainly within your control. But being respected, at least my definition of it, would include another fragile human being respecting you. We can't control that. So, what is within your control and your own power? Some questions I'd like you to reflect on is, why do I shut down when I feel maybe hurt, sad, lonely, frustrated? So, why is it that you shut down when you feel hurt, sad, lonely, upset, frustrated? We don't need to go back in time and really pinpoint. It's like putting a tail on a donkey. We don't need to go back in the past and figure out where it came from or who, or all that does is keep you in that same level of thinking that stays in a negative, who's to blame, how, and then we're staying in the complain and blame cycle. That's not what I'm pointing to. What I'm pointing to is knowing where your feelings come from, understanding your feelings. Your feelings are yours, no one else's. And to keep it simple, your brain is providing some safety and security from fear, from unfamiliarity. That's it. Certainly, there's been a pattern in the past where this line of thinking has protected you, and that's okay. But understanding where your feelings come from is something that I work very closely with my clients. So, how do you express your feelings without causing a fight or conflict or defensiveness in your partner or your kids or any relationship you're in? That's a great question to reflect on because I can give you some very simple answers. It starts with who you are being. That's it. It's really what it is. So if you're able to define who you want to be, the energy you want to come from, and the energy you want reciprocated back, the answer of how becomes very clear. Because when you really understand who you want to be and the energy you want reciprocated back to you, because we're all mirroring one another, you'll have an image in your mind of what to do and how to do it. So it's starting with the who you are being. Do you want to be supportive? Do you want to be collaborative? Do you want to be caring, loving, kind, empathetic, curious? These are some of my favorite words, but you choose your own, or feel free to steal mine. So another question to reflect on or contemplate is, what if, or how can I get my partner to open up if they don't open up first? Well, all I know is in marriage or any relationship, expectations creates misery, right? So expecting the other partner to bend or open up first is going to set you up for suffering. Okay. It's not competition. Relationships are not competition. It's not a competition for who will speak first. And that's just oftentimes it's truly, if you're thinking that, so are they, in some flavor or fashion. It might be in a different language. But again, if you're not wanting to rock the boat, neither are they. Again, words might be different, but they mean the same. So relationships are not a competition. Relationships are not tug of war. Drop the rope and lead with who you want to be, who you are being. We are not human doings, we're human beings. So lead with who you want to be. So another question to contemplate is how to build emotional safety without needing constant reassurance or validation. I get this one asked quite a bit and a lot of different word variations, but this is very, very common. So how I would answer this is the relationship to yourself is first and foremost. We've got to work on the relationship to yourself and the relationship to life. Because when you're in conflict with yourself, when you look in the mirror and you have self-critical, judgmental thoughts that enter your mind and you believe them, when you're in conflict with yourself, you can't have a healthy relationship to others. In fact, if you're miserable, so are they. And I know that's hard to hear. But when you are in conflict with yourself and life and you have a negative relationship to both of those, it's really tough to live with you. People shut down, walls go up, distance gets created, and tug of wars begin. When we live in a reality where we're constantly seeking reassurance, where we're constantly wanting approval, where we're constantly needing acceptance, we're constantly needing someone to meet our needs, which is all external, everyone suffers, everyone's miserable. And for you, that's feeling very helpless because you're putting your happiness in the external world. Right? People, places, things, situations, and circumstances that are not in your control. It's not where your feelings come from. I hate to break it to you. Someone that's hyper vigilant is no fun to live with. So consider the difference of living and sharing a life, right? Having a partnership, having a loving, unconditional, loving relationship with someone that's frightened versus someone who's grateful. So your relationship to yourself is vital. It affects every aspect of your life. It affects your energy. It affects how you're come from. It affects your body language. It affects everything. If you're not able to navigate and regulate your own emotions, it's really difficult to have a healthy relationship too. It affects how secure you are. It affects how well you listen. It affects how open-minded and optimistic you are. It affects how curious you are. And it darn sure has an effect on your energy and how well you show up and relate to the people in your life. So, why I am fine is killing your relationship. People sense that there's something off, something's wrong, something needs addressed. And if you're going to wait years, decades to address this, I'm afraid that your depth of relationships and intimacy is going to suffer. It's going to be at the cost of your relationships. It's going to come to a cost of how you experience this life. And it's never too late. And the good thing is you have the power. You can shift it. You don't need anyone else to change. It's very, very simple. A simple, simple shift. All right, guys. This was weighing on my mind and thought I would share this with you and hope you enjoyed it. If there's somebody you know that could benefit from this message, please share this podcast. And until next time, I will see you on other spaces and other forums and other lives. I welcome you to give me your questions, feedback, and comments below. Talk to you soon. Bye.